Hello, Prince of Pippins. My name is DarkMike, and welcome to a new DarkMike play called Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker for the PSP 3000 or 2000 or some shit like that. I got a 2000, and yeah. So we're gonna start this game brand new because, you know, I've been wanting to play this game ever since when I first got it, the first time actually. Let me scoot back because I like the way I was positioned. So anyway, when I first got this game, when I first played it when I was young, I was like, I didn't know what I was doing, but I love Metal Gear though. But then it's like, I get to a certain scene, and it was the tank, you know, the first boss, the first tank, yeah. So I went through that shit, and guess what? I sucked ass at it. So, but now I'm like, you know what? I'm actually good. I'm actually better enough to actually play this game and beat this game for real. Because what happened is, like, I just got started with the game, and then I said, you know what, fuck, I'm just gonna restart it all and play it all brand new. I got to a certain scene, which I'll tell you exactly where at when I get to that scene. And we're gonna name it exactly like I called it before. B T T B B L A S T R. Yeah, butt blaster. Why the fuck not, right? Butt blaster, butt blaster. So it's like, so Mike, what happened? Like, what happened to you? You wasn't even doing YouTube for about almost, it's going to feel like almost a month, because you haven't done YouTube in about quite some time. So what happened? It's a long story short, but so let's just say the relationship that I was going through, that I thought was going to go good and smooth, shit went out of hands, and then, like, it wasn't the one, you know what I mean? So, like, it's because it was my fault, and I'm going to admit it, because I said the words, I love you, and, yeah, and so pretty much, it's like, don't underestimate women's beauty, and don't underestimate the women, how they are. It's just, I wouldn't treat her like shit or anything, it's just, like, and I'm being honest, it's just when I said the words, red flag. And so now she stopped texting me and all that type of shit, which I'm not caring. But me and her work at the same job, so, you know, eventually something's going to change where she's going to notice it again. She's going to notice me in a whole different level where she's not paying no mind. You know how that woman shit goes. You know, when some people don't pay you no mind, and all of a sudden, eventually, like, when you're different or something has changed and they're not noticing it until now, it's going to bring their attention again, like, damn. Last time I saw him, he was like this. Now he's like this, and this is like different, and I like it. You know what I mean? And they're gonna get interested and all that type of shit. So it's kind of like being James Bond, but be the better man. And also, just to let you know, I'm gonna stay quiet during the whole entire cutscenes, and I'm gonna do certain side missions just to unlock a lot of certain things. And yeah, because last time when I played this game, my camouflage was 100%, and when you talk about like cheating, it was just a minor glitch or some shit. I don't know, some shit like that. But this is way back, but now, you know. And also the main reason why, what happened to the PSP before, you know, I said, hey, what type of gameplay you want me to do? See, what happened was my battery, right? My battery on my PSP was messed up. The battery busted, but also the LED screen was messed up from the inside. And I guess because of corrosion and all that type of shit, it got it all fucked up. So that was the main reason, and yeah. But yeah, I just want to let you know about what was going on and all that type of shit. So yeah, so let's get started with it. And I'm like I said, told you PSP. I'm gonna definitely stay quiet throughout the cutscenes and all that, and because I want to make this into a movie. So every time you hear me staying quiet, you know, I'm gonna make it into a movie because I like to give people that respect of, you know, like, man, I want to hear the cutscene. How about you shut the fuck up and let me hear the shit? You know what I mean? So yeah, the game saves that automatically starting to the point. So now it's time to stay quiet. Oh, the year was 1994. The world was firmly in the grips of the Cold War, divided into the East and West. One of the Americans' heroes has defeated the Soviet Union. I'm going to read out the whole entire thing. She was known as the boss, the mother, and the special forces, and the soldier said he had led the Allies to victory in World War II. However, the Americans made him miniature nuclear warhead she took with her and used it to destroy the Soviet Union. Whatever. Facing the full-scale nuclear war, the leader of the world superpowers held the top-secret talks to avert the Armageddon. The Soviet Union wanted the assurance, or whatever, to Uncle Sam, the legend of the boss. Okay. The person assigned the mission was her closest apprentice, a soldier known as Snake. Snake made a ingenious journey into the terrorizing See, I'm not gonna read that shit no more because it's too long. Have saved the world. Snake was hailed a true hero and given the title Big Boss. Following a war ceremony, however, Snake disappeared. So, if you remember going back,
Boss, want to go around?
yeah, sure. I want to go around and skip all the bullshit.
What's going on, Kaz?
We've got guests.
Time to move.
Don't worry, it's not our friends from Langley. I brought him. Made sure we won't follow.
Thank you, Big Boss.
Call me Snake.
Oh, sorry, Vic Boss.
Listen up. For us, there is no victory.
But in Revolution, doesn't one triumph or die?
We don't do either.
Here.
Thank you. I feel like a new man. There's no coffee like Costa Rican coffee. So, what brings a distinguished scholar from the Costa Rican government to Colombia?
Professor Galvez comes from Costa Rica's University for Peace.
You see, over the past year, there have been sightings of an armed group in Costa Rica. They're not ours, of course.
Costa Rica doesn't have an army.
Correct. Article 12 of our Constitution states that the Army as a permanent institution is abolished.
The peace constitution.
You think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua?
No, they don't appear to be guerrillas. They're far too organized.
What's your government's take?
The authorities in San Jose claim it's a multinational security firm, hired by the Development Corporation of Costa Rica. Lies, obviously. They're bringing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment by the shipload.
Where'd they get that kind of cash?
I fear La CIA may be involved.
The CIA.
As you both know, the United States views Central America as its backyard. Even after Cuba, we've managed to maintain a delicate balance with the U.S.
And your government can't just give them the boot?
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Japan's constitution has something similar. Article 9. It says Japan renounces war and can't maintain an army.
I understand that you and your men have neither state nor ideology. That you will fight any foe. Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country. We come to you, the Militaires Sans Frontières.
So, you want to hire us?
Yes, as our deterrent. We can't afford to pay much, it's true. But we can offer you this. A forward operating base. An offshore plant in the Caribbean.
Sounds pretty good to me. This place is becoming a mess anyway. Snake, we need someplace we can settle down.
The government's agreed to cooperate. Unofficially, of course.
A chopper for transport would be nice too.
I'll see what I can do.
Hold it. You seem to think we're just a pack of dogs of war. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I've heard. You're an army without a state.
No, we've only left our countries behind.
Please, you must help us.
If your suspicions are true, force isn't gonna do any good. You'll have to find a political solution.
The government's hands are tied.
Go back to your bosses in San Jose. Tell them if they want, I'll introduce them to a negotiator I know.
No. I'm not here on their behalf.
So, what are you doing here?
For over 20 years, I've preached the virtues of peace at multiple universities. Tonight, I stand before you as an educator. This is my student. She came to me to study peace. Her name is Paz. Paz Ortega.
Paz. Peace.
No kidding. That's my name too. Kazuhira. It's Japanese for peace. Pleased to meet you, Paz. Call me Kaz.
They've got a supply port north of Puerto Limon, a town in la Costa del Mar Caribe. A few days ago, Paz stumbled upon that facility while searching for a lost friend. She was captured. She's only a child, 16 years old. They did terrible things to her, but somehow she managed to escape.
Oh, my God.
She's huérfana. Her mother died when she was small, and she lost her grandparents in the Civil War. She hates war with a passion like no other.
My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake. It is my one and only purpose. Please, get them out of my country. Make them leave Costa Rica.
Sorry, kid.
We know who you are, Big Boss. That is why we've come to you.
Oh, that's for like 10
Do you
minutes.
copy, Snake? I
Yep,
know you've
definitely.
landed. That makes one giant leap for us. I'm sending this from the offshore plant, our mother base. The signal is unidirectional. I'll be giving you commands and advice through this channel. Keep your headphones on at all times and pay attention.
Right.
Also, make sure no one else can listen in. Snake, are you clear on the controls? Take a minute to refresh your memory. Use the analog stick to move.
Alright, cool.
Use the circle, X, triangle, and square buttons to change views. Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base. To change your settings,
Oh yeah, you do
use
that.
the
Oh,
start
bitch.
button to open the menu. There's no one
Oh, I
around.
can't go that way?
Why not try some shooting practice?
Nope,
Select
I'm
the
good.
target and squeeze off a round or two. Press the square and circle buttons, while holding the right button to switch weapons. Ready your weapon with
Okay.
the L button. Then press the R button. Select equipment by pressing the square or circle buttons while holding the left button. To check your map, press the start button to open the menu.
Alright.
Snake, don't you think you could use a little more practice?
Nope.
I gotta thank you for agreeing to this, Snake. Man, am I glad to be out of here. Finally, we can leave all that crap in San Geronimo behind. And break into the mercenary business for real. Let me guess. You're doing it for her, aren't you? For her.
Are they still here?
Come on, Snake. This could be good for us. They're willing to give us an offshore plant, a place we can finally put down some roots. This is our chance to expand MSF.
We don't need a place to stay, Kaz. We're nomads. We always will be.
What? You'd rather keep wandering from conflict to conflict? Tools in the hands of whoever's fighting at the time?
The second we settle down, who's to say we won't become the warmongers?
Listen to me, Snake. We're not mercenaries. We're not a foreign legion. MSF's a business. A new kind of business. Look, it's not like we're trying to start a war here. All we need to do is find out who this security company really is.
Come on, Kaz. It's pretty obvious that they're backed by the CIA.
Wait a sec. That would mean...
Our friend, the professor, is likely KGB.
I see.
We'd be making an enemy of our homeland.
And there'd be no turning back.
Ah, this damn thing won't light.
Huh?
Put on some coffee, Kaz. It's time for a little chat with the professor.
I was a heavy smoker. When I got my medal from the Secretary General, he gave me this prosthetic hand as well. But smoking was ruining my lungs, so I quit. I've not had much use for it since. It's quite an honor to meet the legendary Big Boss.
That's just a code name the CIA made up.
Then perhaps I should call you John.
I don't have a name. I stopped using that code name you liked so much 10 years ago. What about you, comrade? What do they call you back at Center?
Well then, allow me to get straight to the point. Land as slim as a whip, hot as torture.
That's the Chilean poet, Neruda.
Central America is the navel of the American continents, bridging north and south. We want this land. We'll build a socialist stronghold, then use it to split the Americas in two.
America would lose its backyard.
And with it, its economic production, shipping lanes, and strategic value. We, on the other hand, would gain a base from which all of Latin America would be well within our reach. He who controls Central America will win this Cold War. First comes Nicaragua, toppling the pro-American Somoza regime. In preparation, we've begun instigating anti-Somoza sentiment and providing aid to the Sandinista National Liberation Front.
You're manipulating Sandinista into overthrowing Somoza for you.
After the revolution, Nicaragua will become a socialist state.
You think America's just gonna let that happen?
Certainly not. After all, the CIA is already here.
And that's the armed group inside Costa Rica.
Precisely. It's clear that they've been sent in to disrupt our efforts across the border in Nicaragua. Simply put, the army now stationed in Costa Rica is CIA capital. But it's more complex than that. The CIA's got something else planned as well.
What?
That is the million-dollar question. Big Boss, we want you and your unit to find the answer. Infiltrate and investigate the facility in La Costa, where Paz was imprisoned. Learn all you can of their operations. Then, drive them out of the country.
You're asking us to settle a turf war between the KGB and the CIA?
What about her? That was all just an act?
You mean her words about peace? She was captured, that much is true. But I've kept my KGB affiliation from her.
And you thought we'd fall for a sob story?
No. I had good reason to bring her along. She managed to escape with her life, but her friend was not so lucky. Why were they attacked? I believe this will help explain. Perhaps they saw something they weren't supposed to. Perhaps they heard something they shouldn't have.
A cassette tape?
Paz took this during her escape. She says her friend happened to record it by accident.
What is that?
A portable stereo cassette player. The first of its kind.
Ah, I heard they were working on something like that in Japan. Didn't know you guys were too.
I believe what you're about to hear will help you understand.
What is that? A Quetzal?
The phoenix bird.
Paz's friend was researching birds. She went out into the jungle to record bird calls and stumbled upon this.
So? So what?
Now it gets interesting.
Get rid of it. I chase it back to its nest. You can't. The snake's too vicious. It's all... Many people... I chase it away. It will bite you unless you kill it. Go home.
Boss. Voice print analysis confirms that this voice is indeed that of the legendary hero and criminal, the Boss.
What?
The other hasn't been identified. Female in her 30s with a British accent. The song playing in the background was a hit in 1973.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your mentor? Your mission or your beliefs?
I am loyal to myself.
Boss is alive in Costa Rica.
As I understand it, she was your commander, fought by your side. And that you killed her under orders from the CIA, thus surpassing her to become the hero known as Big Boss. job.
Snake, it's gotta be a trap.
So you still can't turn your back on your country. Then I suppose you won't need this.
Wait!
Snake?
I'll do it for the girl. For Paz.
Okay. For peace, then.
There they are. CIA mercs. Snake, you've got to get past them undetected. Avoid combat whenever possible. This is a sneaking mission. Hide behind stuff. Take the long way around. Whatever it takes to stay out of sight. Your gun is a last resort. It could just as easily kill you as save you.
Alright, cool.
To press up against a wall, face it and hit the action button. From that position, you can press the L button to detect enemies. That also works while lying down.
Really? That worked? Okay, cool. I was trying to not use like you know, lethal weapons, but you know how I am with this game. Cause like if you go back, this is how you're supposed to really play it.
The lower the number, the more easily you'll be spotted.
Oh, before he keeps on talking, so let me just say something. All right.
Conspicuous movements and loud noises will compromise your camo index. Your fatigues will act as camouflage.
Alright. So, pretty much, I'm sorry about that. That's a whole part. 20 minutes of they talk the whole entire time, and me talking as well, but there ain't gonna be no that much gameplay. So, but I just want to let you know about this, though. So, if you go back and play, if you actually go play the first beginning, the first one, Metal Gear Solid, you know, the first one that was on PlayStation 2, but play PS1, you know, PlayStation, back, whatever. So you go play the PlayStation 1, and also then play the PlayStation 2 version of Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. Then you play Metal Gear Solid 3, then play this. It'll make a lot of sense, because then Metal Gear Solid 4. Because that's how it's supposed to go in order. Because see, the mother of Paz, if you go back and play Metal Gear Solid 2, you come across her mother. And, like, you can either kill her or let her live by putting her to sleep. You put her to sleep, the baby that was inside, that was Paz. Her mother was having birth of Paz. Oh, her mother was Paz. Paz's mother. That you was fighting in Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. But yeah, so I just want to let you know about that, just in case.
When you clear the jungle, you'll be there. Head east.
I know that, dumbass. Thanks for telling me. Like I'm a retard or some shit. Because this whole entire game, it's good, like maybe 6 to 7 hours. So me sitting here ain't gonna really. Oh hell no, because I gotta get some sleep after this. Because I'm gonna get to a certain scene and then end it. God, these little points are so real. Because like, I downloaded the whatchamacallit, the data install. Thought the game was supposed to load a lot more faster, but no.
Looks like you're inside the compound.
I was wrong.
Security is tight. Stay sharp.
Yeah, whatever. Thank you.
Hey.
Fuck. Go to sleep. No, you don't have nothing. Well, actually, ooh, head the fuck shot. Well, everybody's still going to sleep, because by the time I put his ass to sleep. Did you asleep? Oh, the suppressor wore off. Nice. Makes perfect sense. But I had to put him to sleep at least. Because if I would have put that dude up there, you know, I probably had to knock him out.